Hello procrastinators, and today I have some incredibly exciting news to share. This is the Polium 1, a new games console built around the concept of Web 3. Don't know what Web 3 is. Okay, quick history lesson. Web 1.0 was websites with, animated backgrounds and custom cursors that made your eyes bleed. Web 2.0 is now when companies realized that there was money to be made and killed anything that wasn't making any. And Web 3.0s are apparently gone cool, is all that crypto nonsense where companies have realized they don't actually even have to make anything to make money from idiots. So it's a console based around that. That's right, bitches. This is the NFT games console, and it will never, ever come out. I mean, where do we even begin with a console named after a disease that was so awful we bothered to eradicate it? Well, how about the logo, which was literally just the GameCube logo? In fact, it was so just the GameCube logo that they changed it to this one, which, well, let's be kind, didn't take a lot of time to make. It looks like someone holding a 3D toy gun up to a robot's 2D anus. Because that logo is so shit and the first one was copyright infringement, I've decided to design a new one for them. Here it is. The P there stands for Polium, and the wiggly bit at the bottom is just a shadow, don't think about it. Anyway, we've got cues about this console, so let's FA them. Most frequently asked question is, of course, when is it coming out? 2024 for holders, I've got another cue there, and 2025 for plebs. So that's a working, finished console in 2 years. Right. Anyway, next question. What games will be available? Answer, none. Brilliant. List of networks. What? Oh, that's crypto shit, who cares? Unavailable countries. Oh, bastards not being able to purchase this console, they'll never exist. And will the console have a warranty? You're selling a games console and you haven't mentioned specs yet. Why the fuck would I care about a warranty? This is the FAQ equivalent of triple spacing to pad pages out. Next one's amazing. Will the console be safe to use? Will the console be safe to use? What? This is going to say, no, it's going to set your cat ablaze if you leave it on overnight. Oh, wait, hang on, it's crypto again, isn't it? Yes. When a user powers on or makes a transaction on the console, they will be required to use the Touch ID. Touch ID. But the Touch ID? Apple's utterly exclusive, ultra-guarded security technology, Touch ID. I've had emails from makeyourcockbigger.com that were less of a blatant heap of bullshit than this. Right, next question. What will be the specs? Finally, specs. The question that we all want to know the answer to. Here we go. We aim to build a high-performance console. The specs you see on the site are not confirmed until we have a functional prototype. Well, they don't mention specs on the site. I mean, they do mention some things, but it's more of a vision board than specs. Apparently, this console is going to do 4K, 8K, HDR ray tracing, and up to 120 FPS. Maybe. Again, this is being made by some dudes and not, say, an entire experienced team of professionals backed by a multi-billion-dollar company. And by some dudes, I mean some dudes. According to their Discord, there are just 4 people working on this. If this thing ever sees the light of day, not only will it be a miracle that would put Christ to shame, but it will be outperformed by a fucking pop station! When will we have a functional prototype? Or a fully functional prototype? Am I right, ladies? We are currently building the functional prototype. We will have a functional prototype in a few months. Well then, good for you. Let's go see the roadmap. Oh goody. There are 2! The overview roadmap is dull. It's just, we'll start selling the pass. We'll get back to the pass this year, and then crypto, fuck you. The console roadmap, however, is fucking great. They had the idea in 2021, so they wrote that in first. Fuck me. I'm surprised they didn't write, drew up the roadmap on the fucking roadmap. They planned it in 2021, designed the console next, then developed the hardware, and wait. They claim to have designed the console before they knew what the ever-loving fuck was going into it. Fucking Dave Sony doesn't go, right, that's the Seto Kaiba's coat looking fuck designed. Now one of you pricks twat a GPU in there. Fuck me. Oh, wait a second. I know why they've done it that way round. It's because they just found something that already existed. This console that's currently appearing on your screen is a concept console made by Yonpo Lee, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, from 2 years ago. Note the similar everything. The shape, the divot at the top of the controller, the vents on the side of the box, the 2 USB ports at the front. It's either the largest coincidence of all time ever, or another fishy thing to add to a pile that started to smell like the inside of a dead whale 2 weeks after it washed ashore. Then, according to the roadmap, they're going to do the software, which will have to work because the hardware's already locked down, and then the functional prototype, the mythical functional prototype, which is a few months away, remember? So they already basically must have the software and the hardware. Let's ignore that. Then, they're going to redesign the console assembly, build it and twat it out for fucking this time next year. That's when you too can own a console that is never going to see the light of day. So, what's this fucking pass that we mentioned earlier? Right, so, you can't actually pre-order the console. What you can do is buy the pass, which gives you some shit JPEGs, because of course it does, it's an NFT console, and then at the end, you'll be able to claim the console on launch day for free. A launch day, which will never come. And you've not actually pre-ordered it, so they're not liable to sell you one. They don't have to do anything. And that's the past. Oh, we haven't even looked at a controller, or rather a CGI version of a controller that won't be made. It too has Apple's Touch ID, a touchy touchpad, and all the normal guff. Irritatingly, the buttons are the wrong fucking way round like on the Switch, and for some fucking reason, even the arrows on the D-pad are the wrong way round. Left is pointing right, up is down. Is this the world's first controller with a built-in look inversion? No. But it is the world's first controller with a wallet button. That's right, a button to quickly access your wallet while in-game. Don't just buy stuff on the in-game store like a pleb. No! Smash that wallet button instead, and I assume open the store that way. Because if it's actually more complicated to buy stuff with crypto, it'll never ever get the mainstream appeal, and this console will die a death, which it won't. Because again, it's never coming out. Now we move over to their official Medium page, which is like a text talky article. They haven't like hired a spiritualist, where we get more lovely details. The console will be powerful enough to run high performance games and will be easy to use for a traditional gamer who doesn't understand Web3. Not only will this solve a problem, but it will also bring mass adoption to the Web3 space. Now, I personally don't understand Web3, much in the same way that I don't understand astrology. Because it's bollocks. Also, how's that for a fucking sentence that somebody actually wrote? Not only will this solve a problem, what problem? You can't just go, yep, solved, and dust your fucking hands off. Not understanding Web3 isn't a problem. It's like not understanding Fortnite dancing. Sure, some people think it's a huge deal now, but a few years down the line, something else will come along to replace it. Nobody planks anymore. It's over. Wait, have I now reached the this is all a fad part of aging? Am I so out of touch? No, it's the crypto bros who are wrong. Then there's a few screenshots of a clean UI, my favourite part of which is a game called High Street, which is apparently real, but that icon is literally just a rip of a PC game called Crater with the logo photoshopped out and a new one slapped on a wonk. Fucking classic NFT, stealing other people's art. But anyway, aside from all of that, aside from everything that's happened, this next bit is fucking incredible. Welcome to the Leaderboard. We want to build a console where winning and losing count. Of course you do, you're all arseholes. So we came up with the idea to combine all compatible games into one leaderboard. Players will move up the leaderboard by winning, earning trophies, and voting on proposals. The more you win, the more you earn. Why do crypto bros think that games can just be intertwined like this? That you can take an NFT gun from Call of Duty and use it in Rocket League? How the ever-loving fuck are you going to design a leaderboard that gives out points for wins across every single type of game? It can't just be one for a win, because a barely fought long real-time strategy match will give you the same payout as a battle royale set inside a single public lavatory. You'd have users grinding fucking NFT rock, paper, scissors to get their wins up. So you'll have to come up with a consistent mathematical way to score every single video game at the same time, and then get the developers to implement it. It can't just be left up to the developers, because they'll crank it up and take over the leaderboards as a form of advertising. You, the architects of this console, will have to tell me how 3 days of Cookie Clicker, a 2-minute Tony Hawk's run, and 5 Stanley Parable endings stack up against each other. Then again, it doesn't really matter, because on the mock-up screenshot, the top guy has 9 million wins to 177 losses, which proves that even though this leaderboard is fake, some cunt has still managed to hack it. And finally, the release plan. 10,000 Polium 1 consoles will be released to the holders and partners in 2024, and in Q3 2025, we will manufacture more units for the public. We aim to sell over 1 million units. So, for an entire year, there will be only 10,000 of these consoles. If I make a game for it, I can only sell it to 10,000 people max. The utter limit for a whole year. If anybody involved with this cared about video games, and they don't, they'll see that this is just a much worse version of the worst mistake Sega ever made with a Saturn. You're not going to undercut the big boys at their level, and you're not going to make something people want at a lower level. You're not going to get the masses involved in Web3 because there's no win for them. It's not convenient, it doesn't solve any problem, and there's a real key point to bring up here. Only 65% of Americans do online banking. Online banking, which takes away 99.999% of banking faff, is ultra convenient, can be done on devices you already own, and is free, and 35% of the population go, nah. Look, if you support this thing, I'm assuming for thousands upon thousands of pounds, at the very best, they'll wang together a micro PC, a fucking an Ouya, or something Soldier Boy's been flogging on Wish, and send it your way. Most likely, you'll just get some apology NFTs when it goes tits up. What you won't get is what they're selling, because of course you won't. Web3 is a heap of rug pulls, scams and schemes, which means the Polium 1. The only legacy it is going to have is it will be the only console in history to not have a version of Skyrim on it. That is all from me. I'm off to go and invest my money in something far more stable. Unofficial Pogs. I'll see you next time.